In this video, I'm about to tell you how to get athletic, meaning athletic and aesthetic, fast as fuck. Because here's the thing with a lot of creators on YouTube is they always gonna tell you what to do, but they never gonna tell you how to do it. And understand, the only thing that matters is how you do it. So what I'm gonna do in this video is just give you autistic level advice, clear instructions that you can follow and implement right after this video so that you can become athletic fast as fuck. Because essentially this is the stuff that I wish I had known earlier, so that way I didn't waste a bunch of time, I didn't go in circles, and that way I would have gotten to my goals way faster. So I'm about to give you the 4 keys that I use to craft my physique, to play D1 football, and to build my business. So the first thing you wanna do to get athletic fast as fuck is gonna be sprinting. Simple as that, sprinting. Go outside and run as fast as you can. And I'll give y'all a little story on this. It's like, I was never really that big into sprinting. I sprinted a little bit because I ran track back in high school and whatnot. Sprinted a little bit for the football season, but sprinting was never something that I just like threw into my regular routine. But then once I started training for football again, I started sprinting again, and yo, it changed my entire physique. I went from kind of like a blocky, like bulky look to just getting shredded, getting lean, getting athletic. You know what I'm talking about? So I say that to say that even if you're not training for a sport, still make sure to incorporate sprints into like whatever your fitness routine is, because trust me when I say, even for women, it's gonna like just get you right. And I'm about to tell you why. So for one, it's just when you sprint, it works on your speed, it works on your coordination, your quickness, your agility. But on top of that too, it just activates a whole bunch of growth hormone, meaning it's gonna make you look younger and it's gonna make you more swole as well. On top of that too, it just creates like this perfect physique where you're just naturally lean, you got abs and whatnot, but then you still got like strong legs, strong glutes, strong core and all that. And it's because sprinting is just like this full body movement. Like think about it. If you wanted to go hunt some prey, you was gonna have to sprint. If a saber-tooth tiger was running after you, you was gonna have to sprint. So understand, sprinting is like a really vital exercise, and whether or not you're playing a sport, whatever, like start sprinting and it's just gonna keep you young as fuck forever. Now, how exactly should you sprint? Well, I'm about to tell you how, and I'm literally just gonna give y'all the workout that I'm about to do tomorrow when I go out running. So here's the thing, is the issue a lot of people make is they just go outside and they just immediately start running, and they just, do that a whole bunch of times so they get tired. And look, you can do that, but that's like, we're actually trying to get results here. We're trying to get athletic over here. So what you actually want to do is follow just a little routine, put a little bit of intention into the things you do. You know what I'm saying? So you want to go out there, start off with a mobility routine, just do some, dynamic, just not stretching, because you don't want to do static stretching, but I guess like dynamic stretching, just like moving your body a whole lot. After that, then you get into the dynamic warm-up. You're going to be doing drills and stuff that's going to activate you and get you ready to sprint fast as fuck. After that, you actually want to get into some light plyometrics. I'm talking like pogos, I'm talking broad jumps, I'm talking bounds. That way it just like activates your CNS. That means your central nervous system. That way it's going to be ready to fire. And then before you get into your sprints, work on some acceleration. Do a couple reps of just like some 10-meter sprints, 20-meter sprints, 30-meter sprints. Because trust me when I say, it don't matter what you're doing. It don't matter if you're playing football. It don't matter if you're playing basketball. It don't matter if you're playing baseball, boxing, whatever. The quicker you are, the faster you can go from 0 to 100, just the more dangerous you're going to be. You're going to be a lethal weapon of mass destruction. And then once you do that whole warm-up, the mobility, the dynamic, the plyo, the acceleration, that's when you get into your main work. And that can be stuff like conditioning, like speed endurance. That can be running max speed. That can be just working on more acceleration. Or if you like are playing a sport, apply that to your sport. Start doing like cone drills or whatnot. If you're playing football, if you're playing soccer, if you're doing baseball, then just do your baseball workout. I don't know nothing about baseball, but you get what I'm saying. Is like, make sure that you get that warm up in, and just make sure that you at least work on the plyometric and the acceleration to just get that fast twitch firing. And then after that, if you play in a sport, apply it to that. But for most of y'all watching this, y'all probably just trying to look athletic as fuck. So instead, just go out there, do the warm up, and then go and do your main sprint work, whether that be like max speed or whether that be some conditioning stuff. But see, building the explosive athleticism is only one part of the process. What you need to do next is start armoring up and protecting your body so that it can handle the stress that you about to put it through. And we do that by building, number 2, our relative strength. And what is relative strength is actually very simple. It's just how strong are you compared to your body weight. So the key with this is you want to keep your body weight low and you want to keep your strength high as fuck. Because ideally what this does is this just kind of turns you into like a bullet of power. This turns you into a superhuman. The lighter you are, the less dead weight that you have on you, but the stronger you are, that means that you can apply more power, you can apply more force, you can apply more strength. And how exactly do you build this? You do it with big ass, heavy ass compound lifts. I'm talking like power cleans. I'm talking like trap bar deadlifts. I'm talking squats. I'm talking bench press. And you mix this in with mastering your body weight, handstands, pull-ups, push-ups, dips, squats. Squats are actually a calisthenics bodyweight movement. It's just got you throw some weight on your back. I say that to say though is that if you want to get strong, master your body weight and just work on getting strong as fuck in those big ass compound lifts. So I'll give you all a little story about me. It's like, I would say like 2023, that was probably when I was at my most swole. I was like 200 pounds, but I was lean, I was fast. I was running like damn near like 21 miles an hour. But on top of that, I was lifting heavy ass weight, 365 on squat, like 280 on bench. But you wanna know the kicker? This whole entire time, I was doing push-ups every day. I was doing pull-ups every day. I was doing squats, bodyweight squats, calf raises every single day. And the thing is, when you mix like big ass compound lifts, because I was playing football at the time, when you mix those big ass compound lifts along with the body weight, along with the sprinting, your shit gets jacked, my guy. And like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm still kind of amazed that I even built that physique sometimes. But I say that to say is that y'all can easily do the same. Y'all can easily build your athletic physique as long as you just focus on relative strength and sprinting. And real quickly, I'm about to tell you exactly how to build the relative strength, because I'm gonna give you like a specific thing. Like, I actually did this earlier today. So here's what you want to do is you go into the gym, and after you warm up, you start with a big ass compound exercise. So for me today, it was squats. Maybe for you it's power clean, maybe it's bench press, maybe it's some other type of big ass compound exercise. After you finish that, that's when you get into your body weight movement. So today for me, it was like dips. I was doing chin ups and whatnot. And honestly, I'll just give y'all something on the screen so that way y'all can use that and run with that. But real quickly, if you just actually want an entire workout system that is going to get you athletic, click the top link in my description below to get a free athletic workout system. Anyways, back to the topic though. So once you knock out the big compound lift, once you knock out your body weight, that's when you can get into more like accessory movements. Like you can do some back extensions, some calf raises, you can hit abs and whatnot. But you want to focus on like the core part of your lifts, being with the compound movements and also the body weight. Because when you combine those two, it's like, you build strength with the big ass compound lifts, and then you kind of like tone and chisel everything out with the body weight. And yeah, you do that, you're gonna armor your body up, you're gonna protect your joints, your ligaments, your tendons, and you're gonna look sexy as fuck. So, there's also that. But it really don't matter if you're running fast as fuck, it don't matter if you lifting heavy as fuck and you strong as fuck, unless you use this next step, which is fasting. Because see, the whole point of fasting, which by the way is just eating less often, it's not eating less food, you just eat less often, but we're gonna get to that in a second. But the whole point of fasting is that this way it ensures that like all your hard work doesn't go to waste. Like, you don't want to just be out here sprinting and lifting heavy as fuck, but then you going out and eating Oreos, you eating Takis, you eating chips, my nigga. Like, that's not going to do nothing for you. That's not going to feed your vessel. Remember, food is information. Make sure that you're giving your body the right information. So when I first started fasting, it was like back in 2020. I started doing intermittent fasting. I was just eating like a breakfast around noon. I was eating dinner around 8 o'clock. And I lost me like 20 pounds. And then again, 2023 came around. I started fasting and I kind of went a bit deeper with it. I started condensing my feeding window from like 2 meals in a 6-hour window, like 2 meals in a 4-hour window. Eventually, I got down to like 1 meal in 1 hour. And let me tell you, the way that fat just wouldn't even stay on my body, I couldn't get fat simply because of the fasting. And what fasting does is very simple actually. What happens when you fast is you go into a light state of ketosis. And ketosis, all that is just means that your body is burning fat for fuel. So instead of running off carbs and glucose and whatever the food that you eat is, it's just running off the fat that you already got on your body. So you burn that and use that as fuel. And that just creates a whole host of benefits. It raises HGH, it raises BDNF, it raises testosterone. For all you scientific niggas that's watching this video, there's your science. But on top of that too, it also just really strengthens your spirit. Because understand, this whole time when I started fasting, like I was still I would train fasted. Like nowadays, I can't really train with food in my system. I feel like I'm weighed down, I feel heavy. Like I have to train fasted. And what that does is it forces you to call upon something in your soul. It forces you to call on that energy that you got in your spirit. Like I'm talking like in your heart, in your soul, because understand, you ain't got no external resources. You ain't got no bagel fueling you. You ain't got no fruit fueling you. Nah, all you got is your spirit and your mind. So I actually had some people asking me earlier, like in the comments in one of my last videos, they were like, yo, do you take any supplements? And I'm like, no, bro, just prayer and anabolic thoughts, my nigga. That's all you need. You don't need no supplements out here. But anyways, let me stay on topic. I said this to say, it's just, once you start fasting, it's gonna give your body more time to not only digest food, but it's also gonna burn fat while you're in the fasted state. So that's just gonna give you more freedom and peace of mind to know that you can really eat anything and you're gonna be chilling. And on top of that too, it's just gonna be easy as fuck to get lean when you do that. And your spirit gonna get strengthened. Now, how exactly do you do this? It's actually unbelievably simple, my guy. Literally, here's what you do. You skip breakfast. So when you wake up in the morning, don't go straight to the pantry. No. Just have some self-control. Skip breakfast. Eat your first meal at noon. And also, during this time when you're fasted, you'll be really locked in and lasered in and focused because BDNF goes up. So you can get like some deep work done if you're working on a business, working on a job, get your most important work done at that time. Reward yourself with a meal. And then after that, you want to eat your last meal at sunset, like around sunset. So that might be like 6 p.m., that might be 7 p.m., depending on where you live. If you live in Alaska, that's going to be like midnight, you know what I'm saying? So just adjust accordingly. But yeah, skip breakfast, last meal at sundown, and then in that window, then you can eat the same amount of calories that you would be eating if you were eating like 5 meals a day. And you know how I said earlier in the video, like it's more about how you do things and what you do things. Is like, understand, if you are eating like 3,000 calories a day, but it's spread out over 5 meals from breakfast until dessert, the same dude who just eating like 2 meals a day of the same food, like 3,000 calories, but he just has like a breakfast at 12 and a dinner at 6, second dude gonna look way better. His body just functioning better. His body is partitioning the resources way better. His body is burning fat for like 16 plus hours out of the day. He's just gonna look better, feel better, and perform better. Simple as that. So start incorporating fasting to get just all those fucking benefits, all those boosts. Now, number 4, and this is what wraps it all together, y'all. This is literally just like, this is like, you know, think about it. You know, if y'all have ever made clay or ceramics, you know, you gotta sculpt it, you know, you paint it a little bit, but in order to really lock it in, you gotta throw it in that kiln, my nigga. So this is us throwing all our hard work in the kiln. You know, you sprinted, you was lifting, doing bodyweight movements, you was fasting and whatnot. Now it's time to really, you know, lock it in. You know what I'm saying? So all this is sauna. Let me get to the point. It's sauna. You want to go to the sauna, and it's really simple. You know, you want to go in that hot ass box that literally microdoses death. And I'll tell you this right now. Is like, I've been hitting the sauna recently. I hit it like 2 days a week, and I use the method I'm about to tell you about. And yo, the next day when I go to train, I feel so fucking fresh. It's like I've been reborn. So why exactly do you want to go to the sauna? I'll tell y'all that first. Is when you go to the sauna, what happens is heat shock proteins get released. Heat shock proteins then stimulate HGH. And if you go to the sauna using the method I'm about to tell y'all, you can get a 16x increase in HGH. What is that? Human growth hormone. Makes you look younger, makes you get more muscle, it just makes you feel better, more energy, all that. On top of that too, when you go to the sauna, you detoxify. So like, your skin gonna get hella clear. If y'all got skin issues, you know, go and hit the sauna. On top of that, it's good for your mental. It just helps ease stress and whatnot. And it's fun in the sauna. Like me, I used to be rapping in the sauna. Like a couple like a year ago, I would rap with my homies in the sauna and whatnot. You just go in there, you have a good time and whatnot. And the whole time, your body's healing, your body's getting better. So how exactly do you do this though? Because there's a specific method I want y'all to use so that you get the most out of this. So release the most heat shock protein. So what you want to do is go to the sauna for about 15 to 30 minutes. If you beginner, if you a weak ass nigga, then start with 15 minutes. If you a real ass nigga, if you getting swole as fuck out here, 30 minutes. After that, once you finish that round, take a 5-minute break, even 3-minute break. You just want to cool your body down. You can even hop in the pool. You can go and like take a cold shower or something, and then go right back in that sauna. And what this is gonna do is when you cool down, but then go right back into like, you know, that stressful environment, into all that heat. This is what releases the heat shock proteins, and this is what's gonna get you that big ass HGH boost. So that way, it's like all the hard work that you're doing, you know, you're lifting heavy as fuck, you're sprinting fast as fuck, you're fasting and whatnot. The sauna is just gonna lock it in and ensure that you're actually, you know, recovering. Because understand, all the gains, you know, becoming athletic, it all happens when you recover. You stress the body and then you recover accordingly. If you're not recovering accordingly, you're gonna have an issue. And I could have put sleep here, but honestly, I think the sauna is more important because like everybody always telling you about sleep, but nah. If you know how to hit the sauna correctly, trust me when I say you're gonna have more benefits than just the fact that you recovered, my guy. You might meet your wife in the sauna. You never freaking know. But yeah, y'all, that's literally how you become athletic fast as fuck. Remember, sprint 2 times a week. Lift heavy as fuck and master your body weight 3 times a week. Make sure that you're fasting every single day. Skip breakfast, stop eating by sundown. And then the last thing, make sure that you're hitting the sauna, and ideally you want to be hitting the sauna on your rest days. So for me personally, I have 2 rest days out the week, so that's when I go and hit the sauna, and shoot, nigga gets recovered well, so that way I can come back and hit the next workout. Simple as that. And if you like this video, I guarantee you're gonna make the last video I made about how to get a top 1% physique. So go check it out. But seriously, if you stayed and watched this entire video, I appreciate you. And I'm out. Dooski.